still on this revelation season. We are still on the season of opening your eyes to see what is beyond your father, to see what is beyond your ancestors. I am here again on the part 3 of this wonderful message that the Lord laid as a burden in my spirit, which is dealing with the spirit of like father, like son. On the part 2, I show you where Isaac experienced famine. I also show you where Abraham experienced famine. So there was famine in the season of Abraham, and the same famine repeated in the time of Isaac. Then now I want to show you something very critical. During the time of that famine, there was a mistake that Abraham made. Isaac also made the same mistake, and that is what I want to show you on this part 3 of this wonderful insight and revelation. I hope you are still following me. I am still your brother, Apostle E.M. Egosay, the voice of this new generation. I want you to follow me to the book of Genesis. Genesis chapter 12. We'll be reading from verse 10. Let me show you how Abraham said that the wife was the sister, the spirit of like father, like son. And there was a famine in the land, and Abraham went down to Egypt to sojourn there, for the famine was grievous in the land. Verse 11. And it came to pass when he was come near to enter into Egypt, that he said unto Sarai his wife, Behold now, I know that thou art a fair woman to look upon. Therefore it shall come to pass, when the Egyptians shall see thee, they shall say, This is his wife, and they will kill me, but they will save thee. Say, I pray thee that thou art my sister, that it may be well with me for thy sake. My soul shall live because of thee. Did you hear that? Abraham said that the wife was the sister. Abraham said to the wife, Please permit me. I want to beg you this. You know, the king of the Egyptians is a very womanizer. He's a womanizer. So if he sees you as beautiful as you are, he will kill me. And after he kill me, he will take possession of you. I beg you, can you please tell the Egyptians that you are my sister? That you are my what? My sister. Okay. Wait. So Abraham said that the wife was the sister so that he will live. I still want to show you where Isaac, the son of Abraham, said that the wife was also the sister. Don't forget, we are still talking about the spirit of like father, like son. Let us see Genesis 26. Genesis chapter 26, reading from verse 1 down to 16. Now there was famine in the land beside the first famine that was in the days of Abraham. And Isaac went unto the king Abimelech, the Philistine, unto Gerar. And the Lord appeared unto him and said to him, and said, Go not down into Egypt, dwell in the land which I shall tell thee. Sojourn in the land, and I will be with thee, and I will bless thee. For unto thee and unto thy seed I will give all these countries, and I will perform the oath which I have sworn unto thy father Abraham. Verse 4. And I will make thy seed multiply. I will make thy seed multiply. I'll make thy seed multiply as the stars of the heavens, and I will give unto thy seed all these countries, and thy seed shall all the nations of the earth shall be blessed, because that Abraham obeyed my voice and kept my charges. my commandment and my statutes and my laws. And Isaac dwelt in Gerar. Listen. And the men of the place asked him of his wife. Hear this one. And the men of the place asked him of his wife. They asked him of his wife. And he said, she is my sister. For he was feared to say, she is my wife. Let's said he, then the men of that place should kill him for Rebekah, because she was so fair to look upon. Can somebody look at this? Abraham lied that the wife was the sister. Isaac lied that the wife was the sister. Now, I want to bring us something here. What is the problem with these people lying because of their wife? What is the problem? The problem of these people is because they marry more than a beautiful woman. It was because of the beauty of Sarah that made Abraham to lie. It was also because of the beauty of Rebekah that made Isaac to lie. You got something there? It did not stop there. It was because of famine that moved Abraham from his place to another place. It was the same famine that moves Isaac from his place to another place. It was the famine that pushed them to the wall to lie that their wife was their sister. Are you hearing that? I also want to tell you, if the spirit of like father, like son wants to deal with a man, look at what it comes up with. It can repeat itself in a generation, either in first generation, second generation, and third generation. When it comes to the fourth generation, it needs to change. Let's see. It was the same lies that Jacob used to steal the blessing of Esau from their father. Do you understand that? It was lies. Now, Abraham lied that the wife was the sister. Isaac did the same thing. When it came to their children, the thing now changed pattern. It did not come up on the same pattern he used on their fathers and great-grandfathers, on their grandfather and their fathers. At this time, it changed pattern. It was the same lie. There are things that is dealing with us which we really need to sit down and find out what is wrong with us. Go and check. You were not able to serve. Even as a man of God, as somebody who is called by God, who read Bible, you cannot be humble. It may be the same thing that happens to your father that made him not to meet up. You were too big to serve. You were too big. You can't serve. Too big, too pompous. I want to tell you something. If you don't deal with this spirit called the spirit of like father, like son, it will also affect your children. It will affect your children. Look at lies. Look at lies. In the generation of Abraham, look at lies. I'm just telling you the generation of Abraham. If I bring the generation of David, you will see too many things. It is the same, also the same lineage. Check what is happening to you if it is in the blood. And whatsoever that is in the blood or lineage, there is a way to deal with it. Like I said, on this third day, on the fourth one, everybody, we are going to change the pattern of this thing. Everybody will burst into prayers. We really need to deal with this thing called the spirit of like father, like son. Like I said before, I want you to begin to write these things you are hearing from me. If there are ones you are noticing from yourselves, there are things you notice, there are things you are observing, that this thing is not supposed to be like this, this thing is not supposed to be like this. Check your mom, check your dad, check everything going on in your life. Check all of them. Sit down, calculate. Like I said before, whatsoever you did not deal with, we still deal with your children. Whatsoever you did not deal with, we deal with your generation. I love you. Wait for me on the part 4 of this program. My brother, Apostle Egusi.